ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد کور داد باتورانو.
Hello and welcome to RTA News. Thanks for joining us. Let's begin with some updates from Afghanistan and abroad. Qari Hamidullah Tamkin, Cultural Officer of the Islamic Emirate in Turkey, met with Rajbir Singh, Cultural Officer of the Indian Embassy in Turkey. The two sides emphasized on expanding scientific and cultural cooperation between Afghanistan and India, exchanging cultural delegations, establishing joint programs, and strengthening relations between scientific and institutions of the two countries, the Ministry of Information and Culture said. Sheikh Nida Mohammed Nadim, Minister of Higher Education, attended and delivered a speech in Uruzgan province during his visit to the province. In this meeting, the Minister of Higher Education spoke about the value of education, students and higher education, and said the world is built with the help of science, and the prosperity of this world and the hereafter lies in learning sciences, so we should all strive to acquire knowledge. In this meeting, a number of Emirati officials from Uruzgan province praised the efforts of the Minister of Higher Education in educating and developing the young generation of Afghanistan. US President Donald Trump has kicked off his first trip to the Asia-Pacific region since his first re-election by attending the Asian Summit in Malaysia. Tariffs and access to rare earth minerals are high the agenda of the three-day gathering of the Southeast Asian nations, which is occurring against the backdrop of US-China trade war and strategic rivalry. According to the reports, the purpose of the US President's visit is to strengthen trade relations and regional cooperation. Ali Reza Bigduli, the Iranian ambassador to Kabul, has said the new agreements between Iran and Afghanistan in the field of trade and mining cooperation will increase the volume of trade between the two countries to more than $3.5 billion. The Iranian ambassador to Kabul added that in an interview with an Iranian news agency that his country intends to source some of the goods it imports from other countries from Afghanistan. An Afghan delegation led by Nuruddin Azizi, Minister of Industry and Commerce, has traveled to Kazakhstan where they met with the Sheikh Zumangarin, Kazakhstan's Minister of National Economy and Deputy Prime Minister. The delegation also participated in an exhibition of Afghan products in Kazakhstan. Meanwhile, economic analysts consider this visit to Afghan delegation to Kazakhstan a valuable opportunity for boosting Afghanistan's trade and investment. Report.
The third Afghanistan-Kazakhstan trade meeting and exhibition of Afghan products are being held in Kazakhstan. A 200-member Afghan delegation, led by the Minister of Industry and Commerce, arrived in Kazakhstan on Saturday to participate in the trade conference, bilateral meetings, and exhibition of Afghan products and goods aimed at strengthening commercial relations between Afghanistan and Kazakhstan.
We want to increase our export volume, particularly in the production sector, which is one of the major achievements of the Islamic Emirate. In this area, we aim to expand further and establish a specific and prominent position in regional markets, especially in Central Asia and Russia.
Meanwhile, economic analysts say that the Afghan delegation's visit to Kazakhstan will strengthen trade and economic ties between the two countries and play a positive role in finding new markets for Afghan products and goods.
Overall, showcasing Afghanistan's domestic products in these markets can help discover new markets for Afghan goods. This could also lead to the organization of B2B meetings, encouraging foreign investors, especially Kazakh investors, to explore investment opportunities available in Afghanistan. One of the fundamental aspects of trade is business networking, and such connections are best established when we have promoted our products. A good channel for promotion is participation in exhibitions. Therefore, the participation of Afghan economic actors and traders in the Afghan-Kazakh exhibition can benefit our economy and that of the Central Asian countries.
The third Afghan-Kazakh trade meeting began on October 25 and will continue to the end of this month. During the Afghan delegation's visit to Kazakhstan, in addition to trade meetings, Afghan carpets, handicrafts, non-alcoholic beverages, iron products, and dried fruits will also be showcased.
The 4.8 megawatt Kresh hydropower plant in Helmand province and the second circuit of the 110 kilovolt transmission line from Sangin district Helmand to Maivan district Kandahar were commissioned. Dr. Abdul Bari Umar, Chief Executive Officer of the electricity company, at the commissioning ceremony of these projects invited investors to invest in projects related to the electricity sector in the country. The National Disaster Management Authority has announced that it has distributed over 4 million Afghanis in cash assistance to needy families in Faryab province. According to the agency, this amount of money has been distributed to over 1,000 needy families in the Khwaja Musa district of this province. The Ministry of Public Works says that in the past week, nearly 130,000 metric tons of goods have been exported and imported through the country's railways. The spokesperson for the Ministry of Public Works added that these transfers have taken place through the Hairatan, Oqina, Turgundi and Khawaf Herat railways. The Herat Chamber of Industries and Mines has announced that it has provided employment opportunities for more than 13,000 Afghan returnees in the province industrial town. The Chamber's officials also added that their efforts, in addition to increasing workers' wages, the process of attracting migrants to various factories in the town continues. According to the Ministry of Agriculture, Irrigation and Livestock, more than 65,000 metric tons of peaches have been harvested from the country's orchards this year. Based on reports, Herat, Paktika, Kandahar, Baghlan, Nangarhar, Maidan Wardak, Helmand, Balkh, Ghazni, Parwan, Daikundi and Kopsa provinces had the highest peach production this year. The Special Court for hearing cases of usurped Emirati lands in the North Zone has confirmed the ownership of about 38 acres of land in the center of Badakhshan province. The Minister of Justice says that after carefully examining documents, evidence, real estate offices, and obtaining information from relevant departments, the court has declared these lands as Emirati lands. The Ministry of Refugees and Repatriation says about 4,000 Afghan migrants have returned to the country in the past day. According to the Ministry of Refugees and Repatriations, most of these people have returned from Iran and Pakistan via Swin Buldak, Islam Qala and the Silk Road. The Ministry of National Defense says 108 personnel have graduated from the Ministry's Special Operations Command High School after completing 3 months of professional and military training. According to the Ministry officials, these personnel have received computer master driving and launching training. That was all for now. Thanks for being with us. You can follow us online for more updates. Good time.
شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا